Hello everyone, today I will show you my motovlogging camera gear that I'm using for my road trips with my Honda X3 and all the motovlogs that I'm filming. I always try, of course, to be as minimalistic as possible because there's not so much space on a motorcycle to transport all the camera gear. But I have some stuff that I use always and I always carry with me, and this is what I will show you today. Before I'm starting with my vlogging gear, I will show you my camera, my main camera, which I'm using for photography, of course for filming in high quality. This is the Sony A7C 24 megapixel camera filming in 4K, and I'm using the 28-70 2.8 Sigma lens. My stand is a Siri travel stand, very lightweight, very small in packing. I always try to fit everything inside this tunnel bag here. This is the 9-liter Honda tunnel bag. Just the stand, the tripod is under the seat, but everything else should fit inside this bag here so that I can grab it every time. So I will show you what's inside. Of course, my A7C that I'm filming on is also inside this bag, so there's still plenty of space here. First, there's a small bag here. Inside this small bag there are my action cams. This is my main action cam. This is the DJI Action 3. This is a new one that I use now. Before I was using GoPros, but I completely changed because they were so unreliable. I had only problems with overheating, crashing my files, so I decided not anymore. So now I'm using the DJI Action 3. I'm really happy with it. No problems at all. Good quality, everything's perfect, good handling. This first action camera, my main DJI Action 3, is always mounted on my helmet for the ego perspective while I'm riding. So this always stays on my helmet. I just put the microphone inside, which is already down here. You can see it. The second camera inside here, again, a DJI Action 3, this time with a housing around it. Because I'm using this camera also sometimes for vlogging, so I can mount a microphone here on the top. The main position of this second DJI camera is here on the handlebars. So this is the perspective where you can see me while I'm riding. And I can very fast, when I'm standing somewhere, take it off, use the camera for vlogging. If I want to film something with this camera while I'm riding, so I position the camera somewhere on the street, I always use this camera with a monopod, also with a DJI mount and a tripod on the bottom, so I can place it anywhere on the side of the street. Just take my camera, because it's always important that it goes quite fast and you don't have to stand there for half an hour. Just put my handlebar camera on this tripod here, put it somewhere, and then I have an angle passing by on some roads, and you can of course put it in different positions. You can tilt it here and you have the tripod, which is quite steady. So also very fast. This is also under my seat, so I can grab it very fast, or on the top of my luggage in the top box. And this is always with me, a small monopod with the adapter for the DJI. And the second camera, the rest of the time, it always stays here on the top. One thing that is interesting, because if you have gloves and you want to push the button on the camera to record, it's very difficult to find the right place on the button to hit it. And I just put this here on the top. It's just some rubber glued stickers. And this one is really easy because you can find it very easy with your gloves. Okay, what else do I have in this small bag here? I can put this away for a second. Of course, the adapter. This is for the microphone, because you need an USB-C to TRRS adapter and some cables for loading the camera. So this is inside this bag here, all the action cameras with the additional cables and everything. So what else is in the bag? Of course, spare batteries in this loading box here from DJI. And my third camera, Insta360 X3. A very good camera, especially all the angles that you can shoot with it. Fantastic. I use it a lot at the moment. And you can put it in different positions on the motorcycle. Most of the time I mount the Insta360 X3 here on the top. Just screw it on. It's very fast. So this is my main position for the camera. And then I can raise it up, put it in different positions, of course. And then I have the front view of my motorcycle while I'm riding. And of course you can put it in so many different positions. You can lower the camera down just to have a shot of your wheel at the front. You can put it at the back. So many possibilities with this camera. And of course, no matter where you put it, you always have the 360 angle that you can change in the post-production. So very good camera. I'm using it very often. What else is in my box here? Of course, microphones. Sound is very important. So I most of the time use the DJI Mic wireless microphone. It's very small, very compact. And I use it for my main camera. Also, you can use it for motovlogging inside your helmet. Very versatile. You have two microphones, one receiver. Very good microphone. So this is also inside here. And of course, as you may have seen on my channel, I do a lot of drone shots. And I use at the moment the DJI Mavic Mini 3 Pro. Very small, 250 grams, so you can nearly fly everywhere with it. It's good in handling. Build quality is okay. I mean, it's not as rugged as the bigger drones, but I like it because it's so small packing. Quality is okay for me. And the second thing you need when you have the drone, of course, is a controller. This is a DJI controller that is delivered with the drone. On the back of the remote I have this quad lock mount glued on, so I can mount the remote here on my handlebars. Chuck. And I can see when I'm riding where my drone is and if the camera perspective is okay. So this is really nice, good feature. Of course, you should not fly when you are riding. But if you put your drone on a course with waypoints, then you can view if you are in the right shot. And you see, of course, if the drone is still flying or if it is already crashed, which happens to me a lot of times. Then, of course, some cables for charging my cameras or whatever. And, of course, one spare battery for my Sony camera. And that's everything that's inside here. And you can see it packs quite small. Remote first, my drone on the top, microphone, spare batteries for the DJI, my Insta360 camera, and at the end the camera that I'm filming with is also getting inside here, and that's it. And then this small box here with my cameras from the helmet and from the handlebars. And that's it. Tripod under the seat. Everything else inside the tunnel bag here. And it's really not that big. It's 9 liters. It's a very small tunnel bag. On the top here I have my earplugs and some cables for my smartphone. Close everything and that's it. And you can reach everything while you are riding, so very practical. Minimalistic, but I have everything with me that I need. The mounts I'm using on my handlebars is this RAM mount here. This is for my B camera, which is filming in my direction. Then I have the quad lock for my smartphone or for the remote for the drone. And I have a USB charger, an additional one here for 2 USB cables, so I can charge my action cam, I can charge my smartphone, or if I take a longer cable, I can charge everything that is in my bag. So this is how I work with my cameras. So everything is quite small packing. It took a while until I had this solution because I had bigger bags before and was carrying much more stuff with me. And for different angles, I also have one mount here on my top case. which is also a RAM mount. Goes nowhere, really steady. And so I can have some angles from the back of my bike. And then of course on the front, the mount for the Insta360, just with a clamp. And that's it. 1, 2, 3 mounting points, 1 camera on the helmet. This is my filming equipment for my motovlogs. So 2 DJI Action 3 cameras, 1 for my helmet, 1 for the handlebar, 1 camera on the front or on the back. This is the Insta360 X3. 1 drone, my DJI drone, the Mini. And of course my main camera, the Sony A7C with a tripod. That's all I use, and everything is packed in this small bag. Tripod under my seat. So minimalistic packing, and if I'm leaving my motorcycle, then I just grab my small bag and I have all my camera gear with me, so safe. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, and it would be really appreciated if you subscribe to my channel. If you're riding, please ride safe. I see you in the next one. Have a nice week. Cheers.